Go through every tier list ever made for competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee, and you will see some characters rise, while other characters fall, painting the picture that, despite its age, Melee's metagame has continued to evolve, with new skills and techniques changing the landscape for what in the game is considered good, and what in the game is considered bad. For one character, though, the journey through these 20-odd years of meta development is far less dramatic. While those around him have shuffled about, Bowser has, in 20 years, simply dropped one spot, from second worst character in the game to worst. Now, some strong players have used this character over the years, either as a way to stunt on unprepared opponents, or in the case of players Warrior Knight and 62-bit Hero, as a legitimate main, with Warrior Knight in particular giving the character some of his most notable runs of all time. The Bowser player finished 9th out of 71 at MLG Long Island in 2007, and 15 years later he finished 49th out of 461 at Apex 2022. Still, up to this point in Melee's metagame, the character has never really managed to carve out a competitive niche. And even if you do think that Bowser has potential, there's a lot of good reasons why you might not want to play him competitively. His 8-frame jump squat means that he takes significantly longer to get off the ground or wave dash than other characters. His large size makes him easy to hit, and many of his moves are very slow, making it hard for him not only to get openings, but also to follow up on them. In a game where the best characters have seen so much development, Bowser and other bottom tiers have been seen for years as unviable. Not just unable to win tournaments, but arguably not even good enough to play at your weekly. Of course, in the lively player-driven metagame of Melee, things remain in motion. Donkey Kong, who was early in Melee's metagame seen as a pretty decent character before falling off in the 2010s, has seen a significant push in recent years due to the way his solid movement, high weight, and impeccable punish game can make him lethal in a careful player's hands. Even if, in theory, he should never win neutral, sometimes he will, and if he does, he can probably take a stock.
Keeping it going right now. DK spends it. He's got the jab reset. No way. Fish.
Is it happening?
Fish.
Is it happening?
Fish.
Oh, he misses the forehand. Chiba gets it.
But Bowser, with all of DK's heft but none of the ape's devastating kill confirms, lacks the obvious it factor that has allowed the chimp to go from chump to champ. DK becoming seen as a pretty good character required something of a renaissance. But for Bowser to be good, it might take a revolution.
Danny's so sick. He's warped my brain so much.
The year was 2015, and Super Smash Bros. Melee was nearing the peak of its esports era, with players across the world, but especially in North America, hoping to rise up and become the best at the 14-year-old platform fighter. In the midst of this, in Massachusetts, a high schooler named Danny would begin competing in the game online and in person under the name Abernathy Loadspiller. An Ice Climbers player, he would soon make a name for himself in the state.
I was pretty big in Melee when I was like a young kid, like a teen. And yeah, I played Ice Climbers. I'd say I got pretty good with Ice Climbers. Like a lot of the other Icies were like, ooh, this guy's on something.
Using the then legal infinite grab combo known as wobbling to melt opponent stocks, this player would peak at 9th on the Fall-Winter 2017 to 2018 Massachusetts Power Rankings, aided by a patience-testing defensive style that would bait opponents into his climbers' lethal hands.
When you're like a wobbler, like he was, you just, like the game only, all you do is just grab, like you just play to like whiff punish.
Then everything changed.
You guys gotta ban wobbling. What's happening?
Over the course of 2019, wobbling would be banned, leading to an uncertain future for the Ice Climbers that would make many Icies mains either change character or quit the game altogether. The ban would happen region by region, tournament by tournament, so even in early 2020, many Massachusetts tournaments were still allowing it. Nonetheless, it was clear that wobbling's days were numbered.
I wanted to switch to Falco because I thought Icies were bad, which they are. Like I wanted to be like half Falco, half Icies. And then they banned wobbling and I was like, oh, like I don't think Icies can really compete anymore, so I kind of just stopped playing for a while.
New Hampshire and Massachusetts would finally ban wobbling in February of 2020. And not long thereafter, Abernathy Loadspiller, who today prefers to be referred to as Heavenly Bruised Pelvis, would announce his retirement from competitive Melee. In a farewell post, he would call the decision to ban wobbling unfair, arguing that it undermined the hard work that he and other players had put into the Ice Climbers. But once COVID-19 lockdowns began in March, the future looked uncertain not just for the Ices, but for Melee itself. On June 22nd of that year, something called Project Slippy would bring online rollback netcode and unranked matchmaking to SSBM, giving many sheltering-in-place gamers a chance to put countless hours into Melee. For Pelvis, this would lead to a Bowser revelation.
I started playing Bowser in late 2020, I think. I was like pretty into Melee, even though I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go to tournaments anymore. And like, I don't know. So I just started playing Bowser like on unranked, and I was like, oh, this character, he's got some sauce.
Oh, dude, that's a clip. Clip that.
It really re-sparked my interest in Melee, because like honestly, I was like pretty out of it. Like I didn't really care what happened in Melee ever since the Five Gods era ended.
For all of his perceived weaknesses, Pelvis felt that Bowser actually had some things going for him that the Ice Climbers did not. Most obvious was Bowser's out-of-shield game.
I mean, Icy's it's kind of disingenuous to say they have bad out-of-shield options, because like you can grab them, and you can also like, I mean, like you can't really use back air that well out of shield, but like it is like a tool, you know. It's quick, but like I feel like just so much of my Melee career pre-Bowser was just like spacies jumping and hitting your shield, and you just have to like give them stage position. So once I saw you could just up B them, I was like, ooh, that's kind of good.
The grounded version of Bowser's up special Whirling Fortress is invincible on frames 1 through 4, leaves its user free to control Bowser's lateral movement while it's active, can be used by a deft player to snap to ledge, and can even also be used as a kill move. In practice, it offers Bowser a reversal that any other character in the game would be happy to have.
And also like forward air too. I mean, like it's not a great move, but just being able to like go up to someone and be like, I'm gonna do an aerial at you. Like Ices don't really have that.
If Bowser hit an opponent with one of his aerials, it was gonna hurt. And if his aerial traded with another, Bowser, the heaviest character in the game, would usually win the interaction. A traded up B would prove useful as well, canceling the move's end lag and opening up follow-ups after the move that were otherwise inaccessible.
That's what the Bowser people call a shell shock.
While Bowser is often characterized as combo food and easy to kill, Pelvis felt the giant turtle was surprisingly durable, tanking moves until high percents and able to mix up recovery options similarly to Yoshi, with his down special Bowser Bomb being used to snap to ledge or land on stage. The character's side B command grab Koopa Claw offered him another mix-up, allowing an airborne Bowser to grab players who were expecting the Koopa to go for an aerial.
It's like in a vacuum, like his moves, like they don't do a lot. Like it's not like you can just throw out moves and maybe it'll hit, but you can milk like a lot of purpose out of like simple moves. Like forward tilt you can do in a lot of ways, and like down tilt. I think Fire Breath is really good too. It's just so big, it like covers so much space. Like let's say like you're like blocking, I can cover like blocking, spot dodging, and rolling with just Fire Breath, and then it's like you just like hold it, and then it's like they have to do something, they have to move because they can't just stand there and get Fire Breath. So it's like they can roll behind you, but then you can stop Fire Breathing, and then you can like punish the roll, or they can try and jump over it, but then you can just like punish the jump. It's like when I first started playing Melee as a kid, I thought that move was like so garbage. I was like, why would I do a projectile where like they just get a frame advantage on me? But it's like, it's just like there's like so many ways to use it.
By mid-2021, in-person Melee weeklies, absent for most of the previous year, gradually would return. And with them, the player formerly known as Load Spiller would return to competitive Melee. At these events, he would play multiple characters, but after months of online training, he now saw himself as a Bowser player first.
Basically, once I decided to main Bowser, it was because I was like, okay, I want to go compete more, like I want to do better, get results. So I just started entering as Appa Anime style, because I thought that was just such a great tag. People just started they started shortening it to Appa, and then I was like, oh, okay, I don't want people to become too chummy, so I just started switching tags every week.
So far, this turn of events may remind eagle-eyed viewers of the arc of the player now known as Kyle McNidator. This player, who made ice climbers when wobbling was legal, took up Donkey Kong on Project Slippy in 2020, transferring one grapple-based win condition to another with an approach to the Kong that could even take out top players. While using the ice climbers, this player had never been able to crack Melee's top 100 rankings. By the summer of 2024, his Kong would be ranked within Melee's top 30. The main difference between Kyle Mictadator and Pelvis, though, is that while Kyle in his breakout year of 2023 saw Donkey Kong as a character who lacked the tools to truly compete at the game's top level, Heavenly Bruised Pelvis has been a bona fide Bowser believer.
I watch the Sakurai game making videos sometimes, and like it's like part of like what's disclosed in that is like part of the balancing in Smash is like if a character is too strong, like this is how you make like a dynamic game. If a character is too strong, instead of making them less strong, you like add a weakness to make them like just like to balance it out. So you end up with characters like Puff and like Ice Climbers where they just have like crazy strengths, but then it's like, you know, they're also just like so bad. So I feel like that's why I think that like you can go really far as Bowser is because like he has the worst weaknesses. You know, he has like the serious like crazy weaknesses, but it's like at the same time it's like he has really good stats. Like he has good stats, sorta. I think he has winning matchups against at least a couple of like the top tiers. Like I think he beats Fox, and like everyone else is like a toss up, but I think he beats like Marth and Sheik. And I can't say Falco, even though it's like I have a good win rate and like versus Falco. I just like I'm so bad at that matchup, so I'm not gonna say Falco.
I think it was definitely a troll. Like I think that's almost certainly it started off as a troll thing.
Heavenly Bruised Pelvis, aka Appa Anime Style, aka Load Spiller, aka Heavenly Sunflower, aka Richard Nixonhauser, would ultimately see mixed results upon his return to competitive play. With the assistance of his higher tier secondaries, he'd make it to grand finals of his local on February 23rd, 2022, but his Koopa would be outclassed in grand finals.
If I could go back in time and give myself advice to like improve faster on like how I got to where I am, I would probably just be like trust the process because like you know it's not really a simple. It's just like I always felt like when I was playing like I'm like what should I even do to get better? Like I feel like I could be a lot better, but I don't know like how to get there. And like really the answer is just like it just takes time.
Bowser's limited ability to combo meant winning with the character often required repeatedly winning neutral instead of fishing for particular high-value options. This made improving with the character a murky process, requiring lots of experience simply playing games.
In my opinion, I think Ness and all the other low tiers have gimmicks. Bowser is so inherently bad that his gimmicks are just get up attack and up B. If you literally know what to do by shielding both of those things with that option, you can beat Bowser, right? That's the thing. So Bowser's all about the hard commits of good neutral and really strong fundamentals.
When he wasn't playing in person, the player was grinding out games online with Project Slippy. However, the original version of Slippy only supported direct play and unranked matchmaking. In December of 2022, that would finally change. Project Slippy's ranked mode would become a favorite of some of the game's biggest grinders.
I feel like if they had ranked since like 2020, I would like be this good like 2 years ago, like honestly. But I think the skill-based matchmaking like really helped.
If Slippy Netplay's initial release had helped users of uncommon characters by giving them access to practice against players without needing to enter a tournament, ranked mode upped the ante by also forcing those who matched with these low and mid-tier characters to play out a full best-of-3 set, where both parties were incentivized by their rank to play to win. For Pelvis, who would play over 1,100 ranked sets in the mode's first beta season, it would soon become an obsession.
All about that ranked. I love ranked.
In Ranked Mode's beta season from December 2022 to July 2023, the Bowser player would reach Slippy's Diamond rank.
The good news about this chat is that this is rock bottom.
And coming into the year 2023, the Koopa King would climb to new heights. In May of that year, he would win his weekly 1-up melee not once, but twice. Then in August, at the final installment of Massachusetts Major Tournament Series Shine, he would outperform his seed with a 65th place finish, losing 3-0 to Canadian top Fox Moki on the winner's side and to top 100 Falcon Nick M. Witt 3-1 in a top 64 qualifier. Still, whether or not he was Melee's best Bowser player was up for debate. Warrior Knight had had a notable 2022 with strong performances at New York Regional The Function 2 and New Jersey Major Apex 2022. And elsewhere, strong players like Smash Poppy, Mega Xmas, and Mo had showcased the character's potential as a secondary in their regions. Other Bowser players had been banding together online, sharing tech and building something of a community, even if most of them lived too far apart to commune in person. If only all of these Bowsers could come together for one tournament, maybe then players could share tech, resources, and strategies to bring the character to the next level. And the identity of the world's greatest Bowser could finally be revealed. Of course, that would never happen, right?
My tag's Jack the Giant. I live in Georgia right now, Atlanta. I've been playing the game since 2014, so I'm 23 now, so I've been playing since I was 14. But I did not play Bowser actually when I was 14. I was playing Peach. I've always wanted to play Bowser back then, just because he was my favorite character. But like a lot of people told me he was bad, and I never really got good at the game. I just kind of went just to have a community, to kind of make friends and meet people, and I still have those friends today, and they're some of my greatest friends. And then I started picking up Bowser in 2019. I was like, this character's awesome, I'm going to commit to him and I'm going to main him. And I joined the Discord in 2019, 2020 happens, and then COVID hits, no Slippy, nothing happens. I think Melee's gonna die. I'm like, that kind of doomer mentality. I'm like, Melee's dead, it's not happening. And then Slippy comes out and I'm like, this is my chance to really grind Bowser. So I play Bowser a little bit. I don't play a lot online. It's not until 2021 where I come back into playing Melee. That's where I really grinded the character, where I would literally ask people what did you do to beat me, and horrible things of pain and suffering and just lots of that. And that's my view of the characters. I'm a masochist, which is rude to say, but I just love the pain.
From 2022 and onward, Jack the Giant and his Bowser would become more and more active, attending big tournaments like the Big House, but also being a regular at Atlanta Weeklies. Naturally, he would also enter the 2023 installment of Georgia's Tipped Off series, a Melee major that would attract not only the likes of Mango, Zane, and Amsa, but also Bowser Discord members Sunrise Express and Edman 2000. Seeing these other Bowser players in the flesh would plant a seed in Jack the Giant's mind.
I had this idea. I was like, I want to bring the Bowsers to Tipped Off. That's literally what I told myself. So I had this idea and I started planning it in that year, and that's when I started traveling more, getting word out there, and then I saved a bunch of money and I worked 2 or 3 jobs while I was in school.
It wasn't easy for him. He was working 2 jobs. He's like a kid, and he just really wanted to make it happen. He paid for our flights, and he paid for an Airbnb.
Raising over $6,000 over the course of a year, Jack the Giant worked to ensure that Tipped Off 15 in 2024 would be the biggest tournament by the numbers in Melee Bowser history. 11 Bowsers in total would enter Tipped Off's bracket, with 8 of them being hosted on Jack's dime at an Airbnb known as the Koopa Castle. The Bowsers invited would range from newer players like Edman and Long Gay Bowser to veterans like Warrior Knight, for whom the event would be his last tournament. Naturally, the Bowser player known as Heavenly Bruised Pelvis, whose first name is Danny in case you forgot, would be among the invitees. This Bowser player had, for his part, been continuing to improve at the game. In 2023, he had found multiple wins over Trail, a New England legend. And in December, his ranked mode grind culminated in him becoming the first Bowser player to ever make it into Melee's online Grandmaster rank. Even then, his results were a tad inconsistent, but on a good day, it looked like his Bowser could take on anybody.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
June 7th, 2024 would be one of those days. On that day, about a week before Tipped Off 15, he would enter Boston Weekly New Game Plus Revival, a 35 entrant tournament, as the 7th seed under the name Fool Ranch Doritos. There, in the event's winners bracket, he would run into the state's #1 ranked player, Younger, in a set that would open up with an explosive combo, at least by Bowser standards.
Which is why sometimes it gets desynced, and I have to like switch that capture card. Bowser's kind of yucky.
Doritos, this is gonna be a hard to learn.
What the
Fair?
Like Younger has a lot of top 100 wins. Like he's being like top 30 players.
Dude, this is... What? I've never seen someone go for Dare like...
No, dude, this is stupid.
Wow. He's making Bowser look like a real character. He's trying to get these, like, shine bear... He's not hitting it. Then raw up air. Gets in there. Ooh, side beat. Oh, that almost connected. I don't know if that's... Is that really gonna work? I like the high up beat. And I think that fair's gonna kill. Who wants to take game 1?
Dude, it 106. Dude, Dreamland's so cool. It's not like that though. Now you're dead. There's 3 minutes left in that game.
One of his biggest things that I see everyone fall for is you up B on the side plat and you like fall to center with it. And then you're like instantly actionable. So everyone tries to punish that first up B and then they just get like upbeat again.
Raddington and Damn, dude. This is gonna be his best win, at least within New England. I think Danny has really good wins outside of New England. and decent wins in New England, but I think Younger would be the highest person that he beats if he does this. Damn. Okay, he has life. Don't roll in. Okay, good, he got ledge. Younger always good with slide-offs. Oh, it just clips. Oh my god, was that a down air? Oh, it's dead.
Oh my god.
How does he do it, dude?
How does he?
That's the crazy thing, because it's like you show up with a Bowser and you like take names, and it's like, oh, this is like this matchup not gap, this is player skill difference, but like you'll learn, people will learn, and he's actually only gotten better.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird.
It's so I don't understand.
He has gotten better with the gimmick character.
Having beaten Younger, the Bowser would then do battle with Sheik player Meep in winner's semis, who would ultimately beat him 3-1.
Woo! Damn, went nowhere from that fair. The crouch drop just in time. Okay, can't do his broken get-up attack anymore.
Fool Ranch Doritos was down but not out. After taking a 3-0 win over Luigi player Saucy Mane, he would embark on a series of Game 5 sets in the loser's bracket. First, he took out Fox player Rat Raddington.
Okay, again, you have to... What the f is this?
What?
That was 4. Are you just not mashing? That was 4 pummels at 27. And that was at the last pummel. What the fuck was that?
That was insane. Wait, what was
Electro
that?
Man says,
What just happened? What did he get hit by before up air? Like, former backer though, Raddington could get like a shine screen.
Oh, that's not good. Yep, that was not a safe one. Oh, that's dead. That's dead, right? Oh no. He must have had bad DI before. He didn't have jump.
He didn't have a jump.
That's
and
dead.
He's just dead.
Holy
yeah,
shit, dude, Danny's so good.
Then, he would have to rematch Meep, in a matchup that some Melee players consider to be utterly unwinnable.
I think the way that you beat Sheik is to just play in like a sophisticated way. You just want to make it so that you're just like in a constant state of action where there's just like interesting and new things going on. Because then it's like the more that she has to guess, the more likely it is that she's just gonna get clocked and then like go off stage, and like that's really bad. And like you do like back throw, like loop her kind of. I feel like your edge guarding as Bowser is like it's like pretty good because he just has like a throw that like sends you pretty far, and like his aerials, especially if you don't have a jump. So it's like I feel like that's what you want. It's just like you can't rely on it.
It might have also gotten hit. I don't know.
They're a good move for like trading as Bowser.
I mean, apparently.
And I feel like if you're just killing her with edge guards, like you're missing out on like the juggle game, which is like that's like the easy way to beat her, you know, is like you put her in the air, you know, you like up B or you like up throw, and then it's like she's got to do something to get down, and then you just play like that. Like I feel like that's like, you know, that's what the game is. And I feel like a lot of like Bowser theory crafters would be like, oh, like your goal is to like get a grab and put her off stage, or like get a forward air and put her off stage, but like no, it's just like I said, it's like you gotta play sophisticatedly. There's just like so much.
Big air dodge situation.
Yep, he's just gonna do. No. He knew that he was gonna air dodge too. He was ready with the back air. Then yep, the nair trades sent him off. Oh no! Oh, he almost got grabbed. Then yep, again. Oh, it didn't reverse. He wanted it to reverse. Oh no, he went for the fair. I don't think he.
Ooh,
yeah, he can't live.
He
saved him. He saved him. He saved him.
No way.
He was dead. Okay, he still has a chance, but if you get faired, oh no. Okay. He's just looking for up B's out of shield. Yes. Oh my god. Dude.
Oh, that nair.
Oh, that kills. That kills. Oh my
Oh
god. Meep had it guaranteed on the left side if he just rolled, but he back aired.
That's insane.
Dude, it's up 2-0.
I mean, I can assume that I don't think there's much Bowser can do here at this point.
Yeah, at this point I jump off just so it's like, yeah, do that, sure. Maybe it hits. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Okay. On last off.
Very scary.
Okay, can't do that.
Ooh, triple fair into chain grab.
Why is
up?
Yep. Oh, he shields it, and if you up smash this, it'll kill. I think. No. Okay, he didn't get the 2 hits. It did tip her, but he could have. I think if he charged it a little more, it would have done enough. Oh, he's dead. That's dead.
And now we're going game 5.
A lot of like stuff you see in Smash is like chaotic, which I think is like it wouldn't work if it wasn't like that. And like you have characters that like are like neat, like they're trying to like be like super clean and just like kill you off of like the minimum amount of hits or like have like the best spacing. But it's like there's always like that like kind of like the messiness of it, which like I think is cool. And I think like Bowser is like he kind of rides that line. And that's like, I think it scares people too. I think people are scared of that side of Smash. Like, I think a lot of people want it to make sense, and then like it doesn't, and then they're like, this is like, it's just gross to them.
Yeah, they definitely want to. Now they're definitely being more careful.
Oh no.
But those boys
Yep, get up attack.
Those boys
It reverses. He misses. Oh my god. Up B. You have to up B there.
Nice.
Up B again.
Up tilt. At 70 already.
It reached
80 and doesn't.
I think that's
bad
dead.
DI.
I think that's dead.
No
guys,
way.
guys. Oh my god. Grand Finals load spiller.
That is
Oh
insane.
my god.
Now in Grand Finals, the Bowser player was set to play Bonfire 10, the top-ranked player in New Hampshire and a high-level Sheik. Another competitive set would ensue.
I want to tell a story. There was a clip posted on r/SSBM like a few weeks ago about a Sheik, a really like low-level bad Sheik, losing to a Bowser and complaining the whole time about how his character's dumb and like low-tier matchups and stuff. And people were just roasting him. And in the comments, someone said, "I'm pretty sure that like the best Bowser in the world still couldn't beat a Sheik who's like even just silver on ranked." And I'm like, you do not know, dude. There are Grandmaster Sheiks who can lose to Bowser.
Ooh. They're DIing out, but those are still calling out. Huge flamethrower gameplay.
That's sick.
To confirm off that. Nice F2.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
It feels like Loadspell was just covering everything.
It kind of does.
That fair looked like bullshit. I think Bonfire's just trying to get a nice. Ooh. Knocking many combos. Alright, trap, fair. Holy crap. At 80 though, could go to anyone. What the fuck is happening? Why is that working?
There's
This
no
is just
way.
so scary. And the up B's gonna kill, and that's going game 1 too. Load spiller.
Bonfire 10 had dropped Game 1 of Grands, but she would tighten things up in a lengthy Game 2.
Like, she knows he's going to top flat. There's just nothing she can do about it, apparently.
You can see her in the player cam. She's like, I don't know.
Oh, no, that dash had to be missing, but this is so scary. Oh, that's it. Right? Nice.
Okay.
Upper's gonna take it at 176.
1-1.
Oh, man. What a scary set. What a scary set.
For Game 3, Pelvis would take Bonfire to Yoshi's story, a stage with slanted edges that allow Bowser to whirl to the ledge with ease. From the ledge, the Koopa can then ledge jump and no impact land onto the stage's side platforms, a technique that negates the character's landing lag entirely, making him actionable the moment he touches the platform.
Oh, and they get that up throw. Didn't get any fall up off it, but
okay.
Ooh, barely loses that fair. And gets the up bear!
Damn,
And gets the
that's
kill at 70! Dude, Bowser might be broken.
Bowser's broken. Saying Bowser is broken in a 90. Oh!
Never mind. But, keep going for these pummels.
Oh no!
Oh!
Okay.
Probably gonna kill. Or up tilt. Those up airs look so terrifying. I just don't want to go this.
He's don't even want to think about it.
Wow, okay, down smash to cover. Sheik up it. He might be able to steal the stock away before he dies. One more opportunity.
Yeah, looking like. Oh, Randall?
Oh.
Getting a good stock as Bowser it's always like something new. It's always something cool. Like there's no like generic route to take. People will fight you and they'll win, but I don't think they actually know what the counterplay is to what they're doing. So it's like once I do like, because there is like a counterplay to everything. You can't just like do something in the game and it's just winning like perfectly no matter what.
Oh my god. They're both just nice. Nothing there. Center stage.
On ledge. Nice.
Gets hit with the
Gets
up
it.
B.
Wow.
Wow.
Just knew to stay on ledge because like that's all you can do.
A Bowser player was now one game away from taking a set off of one of New England's finest. But could he secure the win?
The matching's crazy.
Back on FD could still easily take this game, as we've seen before.
Oh, this is a really uphill battle. This is a really, really uphill battle.
Every battle is uphill.
It's been really uphill, but like...
A close game 4 would slip out of his claws.
Yeah, I heard.
And he would fail to find momentum in game 5.
Ooh, that up B. I thought that was actually going to save him. Gets the back here though. Could get this cute little guard, but...
Every time. I love it.
Yeah, listen. Ooh, nice fair. I didn't realize he was at such a high percent.
Soon, he was out in second place.
It's going to get real close here.
Still alive. He's fighting for his left head somewhere. And Bonfire's gonna take.
What a good run though from Danny, and GD's to Bonfire.
Heavenly Bruised Pelvis's Bowser had come onto the scene looking like a gimmick or a joke. But now it was clear that the Bowser was a force to be reckoned with, at least within New England. With Tipped Off just around the corner, the Turtle Tyrant was about to twirl its way into a top-tier tournament. But could the bottom tier possibly keep up with the competition?
I would say the frequency with which I run into people that I feel like, oh my god, I can never beat this person. Like, it's only gotten less and less.
About 1 week later would be Tipped Off singles bracket, running from June 15th to June 16th, 2024. And the Koopa Castle, Jack the Giant's Airbnb of 8 Bowser players, would soon convene.
I got to meet like Warrior Knight. That was fun. he's great. Yeah, we did do some Bowser dittos. Not my finest matchup, I will say. It's a lot of one Bowser jumps and then you try and like side B them. That's like pretty common. Up B, you just up B them a lot. Just like your openings are so like inconsequential because it's all like 1-2 hit openings, and it does like, because it's Bowser, it does like maybe a 5th or 4th of your life. Unless you are really cooking.
While the players were getting to know each other, in some cases for the first time, they were also gearing up for their brackets. In the case of the Massachusetts Bowser, his projected tournament looked like a lucky one.
Like, he was like all spacey. No room for like, just like being, I mean like, I'm the one doing the blind siding, you know? Like, I'm the one who like, I'm prepared and you're like, just like, oh, like, can you adapt to this in 2 games? Like, you better.
That said, there would be some snags along the way.
You know that at this tournament, the ledge grab limit applies if it doesn't go to time, too? I was fighting this Falcon, and like, he was like, how many ledge grabs you got? I was like 6 away from like, just like losing game 1. And let me tell you, like, I feel like if I lost that set, it might have been a very different bracket, you know?
Making his way through the event's round 1 pools, Pelvis was faced with Kem, a Fox player ranked 25th in the world, in a qualifier match for the bracket's second phase. He would lose this match 3-0. Regardless, he would make it into Tipped Off's second phase through the loser's bracket, where a familiar face would then await him.
Me and Hexter were from the same region. Like, usually we're playing for like winners, like quarters. So it's like, you know, like I'm fighting my like local winners quarters match for like top like 50 at a major.
Pelvis would beat Hexjo 3-1, meaning he was guaranteed at least 65th place at the event. At this point, he had already outperformed his Koopa compatriots. The second best performing Bowser at the event, Warrior Knight, hadn't even made it into round 2 pools. But Pelvis's next opponent was Billy Bo Peep, a player ranked 57th in the world. It looked like the Turtles' bracket luck had finally run out.
Oh my god, Billy.
I was pretty locked in.
I guess Billy Bo Peep has been Falco for a minute, but
when we started playing, I was like, okay, he wasn't camping, and he was going in, and like that's like easier to deal with like a Falco that's like engaging a lot and not like just being like, oh, like you have to guess like when I'm gonna go in or when I'm gonna run away.
You'll hear more about this later, but he thinks Bowser is number 1. Like, I get it when people who play like Sheik or Puff or Falco say that. Just because those characters have very obvious reasons why you say they could be number 1. Like, it's kind of delusional, but they all have great tools. But if you play Bowser, like, there's no way you actually think that. Like, deep in your heart,
We talked to all the other Bowsers. He's the only one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, most of the Bowsers are like, this character is bad, but I just have fun with them.
So he was going in, which like that helped. But I think versus Falco, where you lose as Bowser is when you're like just hitting him with the same moves over and over again. I feel like I was landing like a variety of moves, which is like that's what you want. Like that's what you want versus Falco.
Yeah,
it's
but,
crazy.
Like, I mean, you know, he's doing well versus Billy Bo Peep right now, which I would not have expected. So, oh, and Billy Bo Peep missed a ledge that due to the immense pressure that Heavenly is putting on.
He was like, he was clearly like a good player. He was like playing smart. It's just like I feel like I just like had the edge there. Like I feel like I was just like honestly I was just like more like more prepared because it's like he doesn't know the matchup, and it's just like I was just like super just ready, you know, nothing, and then like just like nothing like unexpected happened.
I don't know why Billy keeps going for ledge dashes.
Pelvis had taken Game 1 over the top 100 player, but with Billy in Game 1 having lost 2 stocks to missed ledge dashes, it wasn't quite a convincing win. And going into the second game on Final Destination, it looked like hard reality would finally set in. Falco's ability to control neutral with lasers and punish hard with pillar combos would come into focus. But even then, the Bowser player was not giving up.
Just off of it if you hit it, where it's like the other options,
That's right.
maybe not.
He was intangible.
Oh, but there's a side B from ledge. Turns out Bowser did hit it,
Oh, the inner hit of fire!
Part of a game is that both people are actively playing and making decisions usually, and part of it being a game means that it's possible to lose. Even if you're a really good player, if you're going to a tournament like where there's a Bowser player, you do have a non-zero chance of losing to the Bowser, and then it's like the more tournaments you attend, the higher that chance becomes. I think a lot of like specifically what people lose to is like they just start like approaching predictably. Like you can't give him free hit. Like there's like I got like up B into up air, and it's like the only reason that worked is because he didn't do any drift. I think the up air was safe, but it's like the point of the up air is to like force you to do something else, and then it's like if you don't do something else you're getting killed, and it's like if they go down that path, like it's just like so much easier to like win.
I don't know if you can react in time to cover everything as Bowser.
If you think Bowser's the best, that's your view, and I agree. I am a person who supports people who play the character however they want. So if Danny thinks he's going to be the best in the world with Bowser, I support him on that.
But it trades.
Yeah. So can't be too mad about it.
No lag there. Oh, and the tech over. Nice slide off from Billy Bo Peep. Taking
this is
mad
a lot of
damage.
damage.
That was
Oh
a
my
lot.
god. And then Attilson.
No, I think Bowser's good. Like I think he's like top tier potential. I think it benefits the world to have at least one person that thinks that. I'm not the only one, you know, there's other Bowser players that are like, oh, he's actually just good. I definitely don't think he's the worst. Like, there's definitely some stinkers in Melee. I don't think any characters are like so bad you can't play them. Like, I don't think there's like unplayable characters. I used to think that.
Let's hop into the Bowser game. This is why you don't give the commentators the power, because we're just going to watch the Bowser.
Oh, Randall again, guys. Oh, just barely.
One second too late.
With a 2-1 lead, the Bowser player only had to clutch one more game to win the set. But on Pokemon Stadium, Billy was once again dominating the neutral game. Despite this, the Falco player's inability to kill Bowser until high percents, and the Bowser's ability to take him out at mid percents, meant that the game would stay close. And both players would be tied going into their second to last stocks. Billy would then rack up a massive percent lead over the Bowser player, but Pelvis would find a shield grab, setting up an edgeguard sequence that would end with the Falco eating a fatal fair in the corner. Heavenly Bruised Pelvis had taken the stock lead, and no matter what, it seemed like his Koopa could not be killed.
Should get this edge guard. Yep.
Yeah.
Up B.
There's like this interaction you can do where it's like, if they like, you know, your Falco, you like laser into someone, then you like shine, like you like laser next to them, and you just like shine, and if they shield, it's like the laser's safe. It's like a common thing where like if they try to do that, like they're like, okay, so with Bowser, I don't want to hit his shield with an aerial, so I'm gonna do laser and then shine, and then you up B and it's like invincible, and then you like hit him while he's landing, and then you get hit by the laser, and then it like interrupts your up B, and then you can like combo him off of that. I feel like that happened.
Heavenly got it on the other stream too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
3-1 Heavenly.
The amount of crowd and shock when Danny beat Billy Bo Peep was... I knew he was going to win because Danny was already playing insane at Tipped Off.
Heavenly Bruised Pelvis had done it, cementing his performance at Tipped Off 15 as, no matter what happened next, the greatest Super Major run in the history of Melee Bowser by placement. And his next match in the bracket would be played on the tournament's main stream. A match against one of Melee's most grizzled veterans, the global rank 53, Ohio Sheik, Dreffin.
It was the Dreffin match that I was more curious about because he's really good at the Sheik matchup.
I'm not gonna lie, beating Dreffin with Bowser to me would cringe. I feel like Dreffin's the type of dude where none of this type of shit works.
No, that's the thing. That's the old school buff I was talking about. Like, we were not optimized nice like it back then, right? We had to like take these characters
Everything was
seriously.
way slower, and so Heavenly lost to Kim 3-0. So Fox Bowser.
Yeah, the problem is that this is such a bad matchup. I mean,
I think this is a matchup that's like
genuine like 8-2 territory here.
Worse than that, bro. I think it's like a good 9-1.
9-1, that is...
It might be 10-0.
I don't think in the Dreffin set I was playing incredibly, like, sophisticated. I don't think is the way I would describe it. I have a good, like, instinct versus Sheik, but, like, I feel like when I'm just, like, trying to play in, like, a way that makes sense, like, I tend to just, like, shoot myself in the foot a lot.
It's like, I feel like Heavenly's making great decisions.
Yeah, the grab out of the uppy was crazy. Oh, that was tough. You get like some invincibility during that up smash, right?
Right.
Yeah, with Sheik, it's really good.
Dreffin is just really good at old school stuff, and I think Danny wasn't actually playing his best.
What matchup is worse than this?
In Melee, not a lot.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
But, like,
yeah. Are you talking about in other games?
I'm talking.
I think the fact that we have to use other games is like my point. Like, bro, you can't even think of a Melee matchup worse than this.
Pelvis had versus Billy demonstrated just how good Bowser was at handling opponents' offense, either by tanking moves and counter-hitting, using survival DI to avoid combos and KOs, or simply using Whirling Fortress to punish attacks on his shield. But Dreffin, a player whose old-school spot dodges and grabs are things of legend, seemed to be this style's perfect counter. And having no qualms about chain-grabbing the Koopa, his Sheik was eviscerating Pelvis's turtle.
Where you're just like, here we are, we're arguing whether it's like 8-2 or 9-1, right? We're arguing between like, what is it, the freaking giant douche and turd sandwich. It's just like two awful options here.
If you know they're gonna grab, you can just like up B, and then like you're invincible for 5 frame, and their grab is only active for 2, so it's like you should be able to just like go through it. But like I feel like in the Dreffin set, that interaction happened like upwards of 5 times, and I got grabbed every time, which that means either I could have spaced it better, or I should just delay it a little, and I didn't do that and adapt, so that happened, that sucked.
Every time the Bowser main used a laggy move, Dreffin seemed to be ready with a punish. And while many opponents had struggled to edgeguard his Bowser, the Sheik veteran did not seem to be one of them. When Pelvis was able to win neutral or set up an edgeguard, it would often fail to yield anything significant.
Oh. Yeah, that's
won't
dead.
Get command grab, bro. Shout out to
Yeah, that side B is good. Got another back row. Oh, got the release.
The Bowser player had soon lost in a 3-0 set, bowing out of the tournament at 49th place.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice, he's in the sweet spot. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, that was tough.
Hey.
I still wouldn't run to play Heavenly. He looks too good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I saw that, and I think that he could definitely have done better.
It's a good run, but it's not like a crazy impressive run. I'm glad that I guess I got like an upset, and like I got to meet top players, and people now I have kind of a reputation But like, I think I can do better too, you know.
And I honestly think he's leveled up ever tipped off. I've watched some of his games and tournaments. He got a lot of really great advice from Warrior Knight and Drunk, some of the two greatest Bowsers to ever play the character.
Having broken the ceiling for what his character was thought to be capable of in 2024, and having received coaching from some of his character's most passionate players, Heavenly Bruised Pelvis would return to Massachusetts as one of Melee's players to watch. In the greater Melee community, some would look upon the red-haired Turtle Wrangler's results at Tipped Off and see it as proof that the player was just extremely good at Melee.
I really want to know a lot about the Bowser players. They're just outplaying people, like in a world of like flowcharts and like whatever, and they have to outplay like all of it. And I think that's super cool.
But for others, it would raise the question of if Bowser was simply better than most of the community thought he was.
My first big twist to this tier list is that I don't think Bowser is the worst character. I think Kirby is the worst character in this game now. And I'm almost inclined to say that Bowser might be better than Pichu and Kirby. There's a chance I want to believe this. Bowser has at least a result or two, no?
I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just like really good or something, but I don't think I'm like so good and like I'm just playing like unbeatable odds every time and just like winning in spite of this immaculate mountain of this favorable, you know, it's like, it's not like that. Worst case scenario, he's just like a character in a fighting game, and it's like, you know, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but I think you can be like super good like at Melee with him. I think that's totally possible. Like, I think that if it's not me, I think there will become like a Bowser that's just like so good that like people just can't beat him.
Just a few days after Tipped Off, the Bowser player would return to New Game Plus Revival. And at an event where, admittedly, no ranked players were present, he would make it to Winners Finals, where he would then lose a 3-2 set to Foxmane Thalia. But taking out Marth player Regex in Losers Finals, he would then take on Thalia again in a Game 5 Grand Final set to reset the bracket.
I just feel like when you're winning, it's just like, it can be so polarizing sometimes, like, because if you're losing to Bowser, like, what do you even do? Like, why? You can ask the question, like, why am I losing? Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like, I mean, sometimes it's obvious. Like, sometimes you just blunder. You know, sometimes you just do stuff that's objectively wrong. But if you're doing good plays, like logical, sensible plays that aren't just shooting yourself in the foot repeatedly, and you're still losing, it's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, I don't know. It's a hard game.
Having reset the bracket, the Bowser player would then finish Thalia off in a final 3-1 set, winning the weekly.
Guys, Melee's over. We lost the battle.
Not too long later, he would garner attention again with a deep run at an online tournament for players in the Melee Online Discord server's expert rank.
The hype air, the kill, holy. Okay, big combo. This is the first pillar combo. Wait, the kill there, dude. Oh my god, the Koopa Koi again! The back air. He covers everything. He's covering everything. Okay, Andy reacts to the approaching Nair with up B. The F smash! It'd be like that. Oh my god, the up tilt. The grab! The grab release! Oh! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he read. Oh, he trades! He trades!
The Bowser player would ultimately finish the tournament in 4th place out of 77. From there, he would keep showing up at area tournaments, and occasionally on his live stream at twitch.tv/loadspiller. But what comes next? As of late, what this player and other Bowsers have managed to do does not exactly constitute a revolution. The Bowser player base remains small, and while the character can apparently win a local, that's still a far cry from making a major top 8.
So, I do not think Bowser is going to be the new 2DK. The character's worse, but like that doesn't matter as much as like the culture behind it. There are not nearly as many people interested in Bowser.
Measure Bowser by the standards that most players use to judge characters, and he will likely come up short. His jump is absurdly slow. His combos don't work unless he has a read or an unwittingly cooperative opponent. His massive size and propensity for shielding or crouching to bait reversals makes him one of the easiest characters to grab, in a game where grabs are central to many of the best characters' toolkits. And if you want to look at results, the character still mostly fails to get them, even if he has gained some notable representation. A 2022 examination of over 2 million matches on Project Slippy found that Bowser had the second lowest win rate in the game online, behind only Pichu. But what the success of Heavenly Bruised Pelvis and other Bowsers show is that even for Bowser, these qualities and this perception does not overrule the ability of players to engage with and find ways to win in the game. We are imperfect, and so is Melee.
I think just seeing his development, it definitely like opened my eyes to like, oh yeah, Melee is still at heart like a very PvP game. Like I can spend so much time, you know, like playing Fox and like grinding my chain grabs and it's like all my like stuff that would just make the game not a PvP game, you know. But like at the end of the day, like that element is inherent to the game, and yeah, I think there are like really good players that could lose to a Bowser, you know.
As Melee's metagame has evolved, so has the theory craft around it. New techniques and strategies like shield dropping and crouch canceling have become prevalent, and people's play has reoriented itself around them. And whatever destination the metagame is supposed to reach at its supposed end, be it the Fox-only world of 20XX or some sort of stall-based Jigglypuff doomsday, we haven't hit it yet. Our play has room to evolve, and almost definitely so does our methodology.
If people are like, oh, it's a 20-year-old game, can you believe that things are still getting shaken up? But like, 20 years is not a long time for like a very complicated and deep game to like progress.
I don't mean to say that Bowser is the best or great or even good. After watching hours of Heavenly Bruised Pelvis VODs, I couldn't possibly answer that question objectively. But I do think that there's a tendency in Melee to treat whatever the current trends are in the metagame, or whatever has been in the past, as set in stone and unimpeachable. And yet at the same time, those rules are quietly shifting to meet a changing status quo. Look at how Yoshi rose from bottom tier to arguable high tier through the work of mostly one player. Look at Donkey Kong having top 8 placements at 2 Melee majors in a row after failing to do so for 15 years prior. Maybe adding Bowser to the list of characters to be optimistic about will be the straw that breaks the camel's back, but at least for the character's most notable modern player, there's still ways for the Koopa to go.
I feel like people exaggerate how good I am like a crazy amount because beating people with Bowser was seen as like impossible, to where it's like if you just suddenly see that, you're gonna be like, wow, like that's crazy. Like I mean, I used to think it was impossible too, so like I get that, but like I was like watching like videos where people are doing like backflips on like motorcycles and stuff. I think there's stuff in Melee that is like that hard to do, like that requires that much skill. I don't think what I'm doing requires that much skill, and I think I could be like that skilled.
All tier lists have like an anchoring bias where like somebody gets put in the low tier and it takes so much to remove them from that tier. Yeah, are they truly that bad? Like probably not for any of them. Like Aklos Kirby can work against top players. It's just like certain characters have good moves and those moves can be like carry them hard enough that they can be viable.
Melee's a really like complicated game. It's hard to say, oh, like this character is just worse than another. And I'm thinking of Kirby. Like Kirby sucks. Like, he's like so bad. But it's like I don't think there's a way to quantify like in what way he's bad, like relative to the others. Like I don't think you can just put a number to that. Like I feel like there's always just going to be something that's like lost in translation, and especially in Melee, like there's just like so many distinct like ways to win in like different game states, to where like people say like tier lists are like how likely the character is to win, but like that's like if you're a good player, like you change the odds like of like will you get hit or not.
And that's what Danny's doing. He's doing it with Bowser, and he's making great results. Literally. Just doing the one thing, thinking Melee Bowser, Melee Bowser, Melee Bowser. It's working.
I would love it if like there were more Bowsers. Like honestly, like I've said this before, like I'm content if like there's just someone better than me who like plays a character and then just does better. Cause like it's not like, cause it's just like there's no one doing it, so it's like I can do it, you know. And if I don't, like no one will. So it's like I might as well do it. I think I can go pretty far. I think like someone else could go pretty far too.
I'm sure there is a ceiling. Bowser's not the best character in the game. Like, there's probably some players who will never lose to Bowser, but like, I don't know. I think you can go really, really far with it.
Well, character doesn't matter. Bowser can do it. Bowser can do it.
Thank you for watching this video. I worked really hard on it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you as well to the many people who I turned to for help while making it. Also, thank you to everyone who maintains the wikis at Super Combo, Liquipedia, and SSB Wiki. Your work is also crucial and often uncredited, and I love you. Mwah. Thank you to everyone who streamed the tournaments featured in this video as well, from 1UP Melee to Tipped Off 15. And if I forgot to thank you here, I'm really, 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 really sorry. If you want to support me making high quality and cool and fresh and cute and charming and attractive content such as this video, please consider doing the YouTube things. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, let me know in the comments if you think Bowser can do it. And in addition, tell me what it is. Also, consider becoming a channel member or a supporter on Ko-fi. I try to make exclusive material available to members and Ko-fi supporters. In the case of this video, there is a deleted scene up that members and Ko-fi supporters both have access to, available now. By the way, those supporters are Seek Plus, Sid, Will S, Hard Eyes Emoji, Anonymous, Saint October Original Soundtrack, and Slow Mobius. I will be putting some additional materials on Bowser in the video description, and if you enjoyed this video, definitely consider checking out some of my other work. For whatever reason, I keep writing about big characters in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Let's not analyze that, okay?
Alright, how will Bowser get out of this situation? Yeah.